First thought was, well, I have to take care of my girls. I had 2 girls who were still in school. One was in elementary school, the other one, I think, had just started high school. You know, just think of all the things you still need to do, and you gotta be here for them. You should value every day you have with good health and just be appreciative of that. My name is Therese. I live in San Diego County, and I was diagnosed with CLL in 2011. Well, you're in shock, of course, you're stunned. And prior to that appointment, there's just anxiety like crazy, because you know something's wrong. You know it's not good. And you wouldn't be going to see an oncologist or hematologist if it wasn't something. And then when he told me he thought it was CLL, I probably felt like I was going to cry. I didn't know much about it at all. And I just started learning that it was a disease where your lymphocytes are cancerous and they just start growing. The cancer starts growing, and it could be very slow growing. I only chose to tell the family members and my friends that I felt would be able to handle the news well. It was probably the hardest to tell my sister, I think. And she was a good support. I think if you don't have somebody you can talk to about your problems and things, if you don't have a person, that'd be very difficult. Me personally, I would probably explode with stress. She's just been my sounding board for everything that goes on in my life. This was 7 years after my diagnosis. I was in this watch and wait period. When it was time to treat, I was offered the chemoimmunotherapy because my markers informed my doctor that it would probably work very well for me. But I didn't want to take it. I felt like the safety risks were too high. So I just told him I'm not going to do FCR. I would like to do a clinical trial. Clinical trials are not for everybody. If you know a lot about the treatments and about what might be the best thing for you as an individual, it's good to talk to your doctor about all of those things so they can help you make the right decision for your treatment. There was one milestone I celebrated. That was a year after the initiation of my first treatment regimen. I decided to take a nice overseas trip with some friends. The next big deal would be for me to reach the undetectable minimal residual disease milestone. I feel really good, and I have a really good outlook on the rest of my life.